Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to day 12 of this 30 Days of Mindfulness series. And today I'm going to continue talking about using a mental noting, a silent mental noting, which is verbal in the mind, for redirecting ourselves back towards being aware of what's happening, as opposed to being involved or caught up in what's happening. So this is the purpose of using a mental noting. And we could start with something simple like just noticing hearing is happening right now. And so when we note just hearing, this is hearing happening, it can prevent the mind from spinning off into the stories about, what is this guy talking about right now? I should probably turn this off, whatever. It's just a means of coming back and actually just able to be present for what's happening. Okay, just noticing, hearing, noticing what the person is saying when they're talking to me or whatever it is. And we can do the same thing for sensations in the body, right? This is embodied awareness is a huge part of mindfulness practice. It's a means of stabilizing the mind, rooting the mind in the body. And this noting practice can be a really helpful way of kind of redirecting the mind to just the sensations of being present in the body. And this can be supportive for meditation because it can help to stabilize the mind. So here's just one example, is I could be sitting here right now and feel a pain in my knee or something. And my mind could immediately go into why it's like this, how it's always going to be like this, and what I'm going to have to do tomorrow, and blah, blah, blah. Or I could just notice quiet, silently in the mind, just sensing, just sensation. That's all that is right now. It allows me to actually just come back and just feel it for what it is. And in my experience, often this allows me to have less rumination, and over time we can actually change the experience that I have of the physical pain, because in that just coming back to awareness, there's less proliferation, less tensing up around a pain, and more of just feeling it for actually what it is. Just maybe something that's moving and pulsing, something like that. It's not the story of what I think about my knee. And we can also use this with the thinking process, right? Noticing the mind starting to spin off and just noting thinking is happening. And so what that does is it prevents a lot of the patterns of mind, which sometimes aren't that helpful. Sometimes we need to engage in directed thought to plan and get things done, sure. But a lot of times, feelings of anxiety, feelings of depression are fueled by patterns of rumination. So this noting practice can be a means of just saying, thinking is happening right now. This is just, it's thinking. And each time we can notice this is thinking happening, we shift from the details and the content to just the process of the experience of thinking. So these are a few different examples of how to do it, and we will now try it out in meditation for a little bit. So just wherever you're sitting right now, finding a simple, upright posture, and just allowing the shoulders to fall back and the body to soften. And if it feels comfortable, you can close your eyes or just have a soft gaze at the floor in front of you. And to begin, we'll start with sensing into sensations of the body. So just starting to notice sensations in the head and the face, softening the muscles, And using this gentle, silent noting, just sensing our sensations. Softening the muscles of the face and the jaw and the neck, and down through the torso, softening the muscles of the chest and the stomach, allowing the gentle rhythm of the breath to stabilize the mind and relax the whole torso and arms. Using this gentle note, sensing into the body. Using the body as the anchor, and using this gentle noting of sensing to come back and to quietly stabilize the mind. Now sensing into the lower half of the body, the seat, feeling the sit bones connecting to the chair, the cushion, and the legs, softening into this base of the body. Just gently noting, sensing. Allowing the rhythm of the breath to stabilize the mind. And we use the sensations of the body to support awareness. Noticing when the mind wanders, and just noting thinking. Just thinking is happening. And we come back to sensations of the body and the breath. There's no need to examine the contents of thoughts. Just notice thinking. Allowing the mind to settle into the body, the kind of global sensation of what it feels like to be in a human body right now. simple practice of embodied awareness. Always directing the mind back to the simple sensation of being alive in a human body. Allowing each out-breath to soften the mind and to relax the body. And for this last minute or two, noticing just the quality of hearing right now. Choosing this gentle noting. Hearing is happening. And just allowing the mind to stabilize on the rhythm of the words hitting your eardrums. Simple, direct hearing is happening. And to whatever sounds might be in your natural environment around you. Just noting and noticing the quality of hearing. And as I ring the bell now, allowing your mind to stay with the sensations of hearing all the way through to the end of the last ring of the bell. So thank you for taking the time to sit and to working with this noting practice in a seated meditation, something that has been really helpful for me over the years. And it is a means, what we say in mindfulness is it's a skillful means. It's a means to an end. It's not just so we just keep noting everything in experience, but it's a practice of using it as a cue to return to just being aware of what's happening. So this is something that we can use whenever we feel like maybe I'm caught up in this train of thought, or I'm going on with a story about what's happening in my body. Just thinking, just sensing into the body. And so we can use this in seated meditation and also off the cushion in daily life. And so I want to encourage you to find just some task in your day today that you can use this noting practice in. And what I want to recommend is some process of cleaning, because I know for myself sometimes I just go into mindless, I'm just going to get this done, whether it's cleaning the kitchen or whatever it is. If I'm just cleaning up my dishes, something like that. Sometimes even washing my face or something, right? Or brushing my teeth. I'm just getting that done to go to the next thing. But taking the time to use this noting practice, if it's washing a dishes, lifting, lifting, washing, washing, rinsing. It might sound super cheesy or stupid, but what I find is that when I actually bring this stuff into my day, I actually feel better. I actually feel more present when I'm done with those activities because I haven't been spinning off into stories or 2 steps ahead of myself. So thanks as always for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you for the next session.